Peyton Manning, Dr. Jaime Nawright, Dan Quinn, Patsy McGowan, University of Tennessee, God is football in the South, just like Notre Dame, only they don't admit it and the South does. Bullshit, cover ups, sexual allegations. Let's see, the bad boy, football, what could have been. Yeah, Dr. Not Fact, not fiction. I read the article. At first, I thought you might have sexual trauma and be unable to orgasm. And I was thinking, perfect. You could actually help validate the violin, the fountain of orgasm for women. And it takes women who have been sexually abused and have trouble coming, maybe two, three, over a 2 hour period. It took Chris P to so many that she lost count. She was exhausted because, as it was renamed, the Levitator in Worcester, Massachusetts, um, her pelvis was coming off the bed to attack my face. Yeah, um, it works. It's been validated many times on Facebook. Yeah, so think about it. The fountain of orgasm for women who've even been molested by men and can't come. That's a big one. And lending your name to that, your credentials couldn't hurt because it's valid, been validated many more times than once on Facebook. And miracle number two, Stevia, a superior stimulant to cocaine, could legally power Tennessee or any other football program when they're fatigued, overrides it. And fatigue is when most people get hurt, knees and head injuries. Yeah, stevia, superior stimulant for humans. It's sweet, it's legal, it kicks cocaine's ass. It also splits water apart inside a blender to where a beautiful blonde PhD 9 years ago, Dr. Not she said, "Oh, that's a gas." Yeah, and what I did with stevia is I got all the soap that floats at the end of the blend. I got it out, and with a cancerous 17-year-old cat that was about to be euthanized, I blended what was left over, the pure H2O and tuna fish. She came back in the perfect health from 17 till 19. She was bedridden, pissing in bed, too sick to get off of it, sneezing blood bubbles. Yeah, and she was going out Saturday night exploring until she died at 19. Anyhow, um, yeah, so that led to curing my uncle. He had 6 breast tumors that were turning cancer. The doctor that had just cut out his prostate wanted to cut those 6 tumors out too. And he was obese and he had type 2 diabetes. And I got him on the stevia program advanced using pure H2O. But just using stevia by itself actually vanishes the diabetes. Yeah, can you imagine? Dr. Not lending your credibility to putting a safe, healthy, medicinal sweet into water, diabetics drinking it, and their diabetes vanishing. Oh, you would be vilified by corporate America once again, but you would save millions of lives and your truth would come out and it would be worth it in the end. Yeah, so Peyton Manning, what a punk move to do what you did to her and then not only not own up to it, but smear her saying she was foul mouthed and fucking blacks. Cheap movement. It's kind of curious if you're willing to do that to protect your career. What wouldn't you do? Um, you know what? One day I'm gonna be able to find out, homeboy. Yeah, trust and believe. If Lou Holtz doesn't fire me for making perhaps the greatest stop in the history of Notre Dame defensive football when I catch that diving for a touchdown tailback out of midair and save 6 points, and I'm immediately fired for it, and I immediately quit, Peyton, straight up. Imagine this, Peyton. I don't quit football, and Boogaloo drawing the bad boy character after I knock out 5 guys, actually 4 guys that came there to attack me, and then one who saw them knocked out and was trying to defend them. Um, yeah, make a movie about that shit. Give all the proceeds to the homeless and the hungry, Dr. Not And yeah, legends, gods in football. Peyton Manning, certainly. Um, in football circles, down in San Diego High School in Encinitas, I'm still a legend. The white boy that could play the black game. Yeah, run with them, chase them all down from behind. Imagine, Peyton, if I hit the NFL and the bad boy sticker is attributed to me, like Boogaloo said it was, and catching all the brothers anywhere I want to. Um, would have been a name, man. Um, would have been a force to reckon with. And if I don't go to prison forever for having monster football coaches killed, yeah, how hard would it be, Peyton? Um, there's a lot of monsters out there that are ruining lives, and what someone could do is hire a really high class call girl to date him into falling asleep at whatever motel she disguised her hair and whatever before they went in. They had fun. He fell asleep. She leaves, and then the next thing everybody knows, he dies in a fiery car crash or something, and ends up in the obituary column. Man. And everybody around him is secretly screaming for joy because he was such an asshole monster. There's lots of them. Didn't want to go to prison, so I chose boxing, and I actually ended up in prison for 3.5 months as a safekeeper when they said I closed Placer County Jail down, and I didn't. But anyway, that's another story. Peyton Manning, yeah. So Dr. Not Right, 2 miracles, one Stevia, kicking cocaine's ass, taking Olympic sprinters to gold if they use it before the finals, and let's see, curing cancer, diabetes, and obesity, and the fountain of orgasm for women, which is massaging the top and the bottom of the G spot simultaneously with clitoral stimulation, with mouth or with thumb. Yeah, with thumb, you can use your mouth to talk her through her most make you wet ever fantasy, and it takes sex to a new level. It took a woman who had been molested, could have maybe 2 orgasms in a 2 hour period, to over 100, Chris P thought. She got exhausted. It was a workout. They could make a video. We had to take breaks every 10, 15 minutes, and then boom, on we went. So think about that. Jaime, Dr. What is it? Not right? Yeah. 2 valid miracles. One, the stevia thing will lead to a Nobel Prize, and it will also lead to a lot of money. Making a sweet liquid where people drink it and they go into perfect health when it catches on, it will lead to a lot of money, do a lot of good things, and outing Peyton and his family and clearing your name and setting the record straight. That would be gravy, wouldn't it? Okay. Think about it. And Peyton, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a chance, man. Everything I said is true about stevia and the violin. If you do something to help it get famous, um, I won't help Doctor Not Right. Um, you know what? I'll do other things and leave you alone, man. But trust and believe. Sooner or later, this TV thing is gonna hit. I don't understand why the violin hasn't quote unquote hit too. Um, but when it does happen, it's going to eventually lead to a lot of money. I'm going to feed the homeless and the hungry, do lots of good things, make people that once hated me love me. They'll never meet me. And it's going to give me the ability to actually zero in on your quarterback ass like I would have done if I was in the NFL when you came in and lay waste, my nigga. Trust me. Watch film. Yeah. Watch the play. Think about helping Dan Quinn get stevia and the violin as the fountain of orgasm for women famous, or you'll cry yourself to sleep in the very end.